Part two on my little video diary entry on my hero's journey. I'm going to stop saying healing journey because I'm no longer healing. I am healed. So we're going to call this the hero's journey. So, where I left off. Oh, yes. So, my cousin, he had a business where he used to do the pool screens. I don't know what you call those, but yeah, those little pool screens in the back. And my parents, they have a pool in their house. My dad calls me randomly, telling me that he was trying to contact my cousin and his partner at the time to see if they can come try to fix something with their screen or give them a quote on something. I don't know. But he said that they weren't answering his phone calls or whatever. So he was asking me if I can reach out to them because they're probably not answering because, they don't want to talk to him because of the things that he did. In my humble opinion, I don't think he contacted them. I think this was just another manipulation tactic because he never followed up on that after he brought it up. So obviously, if he really wanted him to fix something, he would have followed up hey, did you ever get a response? He didn't. So yeah, he was just yeah, can you just call them and just say that they're to do it for your mom, not for me, so they can do it for your mom. And I'm in my head, I'm not obviously gonna do that, but I was yeah, sure. I did end up doing it, of course. Then another weird thing that he did, he randomly sent me a voice note when he went to work one day. And he was just oh yeah, I just got to work. He's a truck driver, by the way, if I've never mentioned that. So he gets to work and he's just yeah, he sent me the voice note. He's yeah, there's this young guy that, they just told us that he got into an accident, he passed away. Obviously, that's very sad news. May that person rest in peace. But very random for him to just tell me that. I feel like he also was trying to use that so I can envision that being him. And so I feel bad. And then lastly, of course, I think I've already mentioned this when I was trying to, give them the key to heal, since I healed from my own trauma, and I was trying to help them heal from the things that they're still obviously carrying from their own childhood. I told him to or recommended the Joe Dispenza book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. He has not read any pages yet, and I don't, because he doesn't desire to work on himself, at least at this time. So he had tried, let me backtrack. So he had, I guess with his job, periodically they can bid on certain schedules. And so with my job, I have weekends off. So he was just yeah, I'm going to bid to have weekends off so we can start hanging out together more and whatever. And so I was just yeah, hope, if it's meant for you, it's going to happen, just pray on it and it'll happen. So he ended up getting the weekends off and I was oh, great. And I'm and you can also use that time to work on the things that you always say you want to work on, your hobbies, the things that you say that you don't have time for. I'm you start getting into those things too. So one day he was just yeah, what are you doing? This was a Saturday. He's what are you doing? And I had my plans for the day already. And obviously I have been very much continue working on myself, connecting with source, and yeah, doing the thing. And so I was oh yeah, I got things to do today. I'm probably gonna go to the library to go get a book. And obviously I try to make it sound real boring because I'm I know he's not gonna want to tag along to go to a library. But again, he always tries to just run away from his problems. So yeah, so obviously he was now oh yeah, let me go. So we hung up the phone, and then right after he sends me a text message of him holding the book, acting like he was gonna start it again. I was oh, you're finally gonna start it now? No. So yeah, that's that with my dad. And then with my mom, I think I've mentioned this part already. One time we went to Trader Joe's, and when we left, she was just like, "Oh yeah, and those videos, like that started a whole like sounds like a whole soap opera thing that everybody was just tuned into at the time." And I just remember I was going crazy, like not knowing what to do, and it was just like the guilt. But they what they are trying to do, or what they have been trying to do, but it's not working, is trying to silence me again. They want to silence me because it's going to taint their reputation. And I'm no longer going to put their reputation over my truth. So, yeah, so that's what ended up leading to the block, because once I started kind of distancing myself from them, because I feel like they were starting to just repeat the same patterns, and I was catching that, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And then they tried to flip it and try to make it seem that my distance was depression, or mean, yeah, just not being happy. And I'm like, obviously, I'm clear headed. So I was like, no, sweetie pie, I'm good. Maybe you're the one that's not good and you're acting like you are. So now everybody's blocked. I have been seeing so many people from my family. They have been looking at my videos, they've been stalking my page. I've obviously been blocking them little by little too. But the enemy is going to keep trying. At this point, I feel like it just looks ridiculous to me. Last night, I get on my phone. I haven't really been on social media for like a couple of days. So I go on, actually, okay, I'm on my phone. And I see that I'm getting like notifications from Instagram saying that my accounts have been suspended because of breaking community guidelines. And I'm like, me breaking community guidelines? Like, I don't post anything like weird or like bad or whatever on my page. So I'm like thinking, I'm like, dang, are they now, if anybody who's still watching, an ally that I'm not sure of, I'm like, is this person watching and reporting my page so my videos aren't seen? And this is just so on point with Mercury retrograde, because, obviously with technology and things like that. So they wanted me to verify myself by showing a picture, like a video of my face. And then I had to put in my phone number so they can send me a code, I guess, also for verification. I did the video thing, that was fine. But when I went to put my phone number to get the code, I put it in several times and I never got the code. Old me, that would have sent me down a spiral or something, like, what the heck's going on? But I was like, calm down. The worst that can happen is, okay, you lose that page, but then you can always just start another page. Like, that's not going to silence you. Then last night, I had a very weird dream. I'm not going to get into, I guess, too much of the specifics. Actually, let's talk about it, but we'll talk about it in part 3.